Beautifuls. I'm just feeling really inspired because I just came off of a conference call with my fellow coaches. And for those of you who don't know, the coaching methodology, specifically the holistic coaching structure, is based on looking at not only what you are doing in your life, the humanness of how you are creating things in physical reality for yourself in the direction that is most aligned with your truth. But also we are looking at who you are being, your beingness, and we are all spiritual beings having this very real human experience. And the reason that I'm feeling so full of love and so inspired is because coaching is not just a methodology for evoking awareness and supporting you in moving into this very aligned life, specifically around your spiritual being, but it's also a beautiful recipe for living. So many of us have not been taught necessary life skills, specifically around how to create agreements in relationships that we have. Many of us have not been seen as sovereign beings when we were children. We weren't viewed from a lens of who is our being created into, and how are we forming our beliefs, and what are we basing our values on, and how do we set boundaries, and how do we feel what is right for us and what is not right for us. And what I see consistently in my coach colleagues is everyone showing up not only for their clients, but for themselves, their family members, their children, and putting these skills and tools to work in their lives, not just in their work. So when a lot of people aren't that familiar with what coaching actually is, and it gets very muddied these days. Everyone's a coach because they say they are, or they have some specific life experience that they've been through that they can help you with. That's all true, and that is specific to their niche within, say, holistic coaching, for example. I am an accredited holistic coach. But the thing that you always want to ask and just assess in a first call with your coach is, who are they being in the world? How are they showing up, and how are they implementing their learnings in their life, right? How are your relationships? How is your coach's relationship to their trauma? How is their self-talk? How are they being with their friends, their family, their children, their elders? How are they calling in spirit? And these are the types of things you can see through things like social media, right? You get a feel for someone's actual essence, their being. But these are the things that will not necessarily come true overtly or be shown overtly when you are being coached. How it will come through during a coaching container and during this process is that you will be being asked these questions, and you will get to determine for yourself how you define setting agreements with people and holding true to them, how you define personal accountability, whether it's an honoring or devotion or just being responsible to yourself and perhaps to your obligations or your family or your opportunities in life. If you're being committed to who you are and what your passions are. So as coaches, we're not going to dictate any part of the process to you. We can give you a structure for looking at, roadmaps to, depending on what you would like to achieve. But we're always going to reflect back to you. How do you feel about that? What's your impression of this? And it's just so beautiful to witness my colleagues also showing up in their personal lives as these exemplary spokespeople for honoring this process in life, not just in work. And it really makes me look at the types of work environments that I've been in the past and the present, and to really feel that gratitude so immensely for this community, these like-minded souls who are choosing to not only be the living embodiment of these principles of awareness and consent and presence and actively listening to one another and initiating or evoking growth, facilitating that growth in one another. These are all some of the core foundational principles of being a coach that we are tested on, we are observed within multiple coaching conversations. We are coaching over 500 hours in order to get our accreditation and our certifications. And so these are like really strong pillars of who we have to be in order to show up as that being. And I would just like to invite you to get curious as to who you are also being along the same path of what you're choosing to be doing with this one precious life that you have. So any of my fellow coach colleagues out there in the world, if you're hearing this through the ether, I just honor you so deeply, and particularly those of you that I've shared our trainings together with the Holistic Coach Training Institute, that just thank you. Thank you for showing up for yourself and for us all, and for being who you are and doing what you do in the world, because you're absolutely radiant and magnificent. And just as all of the beings that you serve, everyone that we work with is absolutely limitless and so imaginative and inspired and inspiring, and it's incredible how self-aware and growth-oriented everyone is. I came into this world of coaching pretty late in life, and I honestly don't know any other process that has given me this much growth and support on my own healing journey and spiritual awakening, second only to yoga and meditation. And yeah, I'm just in a bubble of gratitude right now. So I just wanted to share, and hopefully, as we discussed tonight in the meditation, you can feel that light. You can feel the light emanating from any coach that you work with, and hopefully you can feel my loving light coming out to you as well, because I'm always sending it out. I'm always supporting your highest good and for the good of all beings, for we are all one. Love you so much. Thanks for watching.